100x Dogecoin sex. Now that I got your attention, let's get to the video. We're going to talk about Handshake, Namebase. Let's go. So what the heck is this Namebase and this Handshake stuff? You know what? I think it has one of the greatest potentials to change the world as we know it. Well, not quite my world. Well, a lot of my world because I spend a lot of time on the internet because it's going to change the internet. So why do I think this is going to change the world? Well, get this. Handshake is basically the new blockchain that's going to validate your top level domain. What the hell is a top level domain? Top level domain is like your .com, .com.au, .co, .io, like we have in this particular website. And we see that in, for example, Gate.io, you know, that's a cryptocurrency exchange platform. A lot of us know the .com. And you know what? We have then what's called, stuff like GoDaddy. So websites like GoDaddy's are registrars and you can put in, I don't know, like for example, Juice or something, and you can buy juice.com or juice.com.au, for example, juice.com, and that's at $272,000, which is crazy. Or I'm just going to choose a different keyword. Let's just get glasses, because I just saw myself wearing glasses. There we go. All right, so for glasses, we've got glasses.com.au, .net.au, .store.cc.com.au. There's all these different endings. These things are called what you call top level domain names. And this one here is what's called second level domain name. So this is called the TLD, the bit that I've just highlighted. This is called the SLDs. Now with every bit, every SLD that you buy, which is what it means to buy a domain name, it's kind of like buying online real estate, right? So that you have something really nice, then you pay this amount so that you can actually have access to this. So if you think about it, Twitter.com doesn't actually own Twitter.com. It has a right to rent Twitter.com so that it can continually run its business on that platform. And who does it rent from? It's rented from this guy who owns .com, right? Similar to Facebook, similar to Google. They don't actually own their domain names because it's centralized to whoever owns that .com. And who owns these TLDs like .coms, .orgs, .cos, .cc, or who the heck controls them, is this evil corporation called ICANN. ICANN is this organization where they will give out these top level domains, and they're extremely slow. And the way they approve people who would own these top level domains, these TLDs, I'm going to use the acronyms from now on. So when they issue these TLDs, it's actually quite corrupt. There is actually not open process. People have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to actually apply for it, and those people who get it is actually very exclusive, and in that process it's not really a very open process. A hedge fund company has purchased, I think, .org. Has purchased .org at $1.1 billion, and with that they're able to register on, they're able to have listings on GoDaddy or any other registrars like Namecheap and things like that, so that they can have access to the cash flow that comes from this second level domain registration. So then what is Namebase, right? So this is basically where the centralization of ICANN really goes away with the smart contract. I don't want to complicate the description so that I start losing people. Just want to keep it real simple. Basically now you have this open platform where you get to own top level domains. So let me give you an example. So what could you search for right now? I don't know. I'm using a Canon camera. So I can go Canon camera, right? And I can search that and I can just participate in an auction. And basically, if I'm the highest bidder, then I can actually win the auction. There's a very special process associated with this auction process, which I'm happy to go through in a separate video. But yeah, basically that is available. So you can now own Canon camera, which is really exciting. And you know what? In fact, I'm just going to put a bid in there. I'm just going to put one HNS into it and boom, place the bid. I'm the highest bidder. And with that, I've actually started the bidding process. And in 5 days time, or in 1 week's time, the bidding actually is going to close on this particular TLD, the top level domain name. And so once I own this TLD, then I can then use this to issue out SLDs, which is second level domains, at a price, and I get paid to do that. A really exciting case study is .c, which is already on track to make about $133,000 this year, which is quite crazy. It's interesting because you've got the ICANN and then now you've got Handshake and this Namebase. Why do I talk about Handshake? Well, because Handshake is the actual token that you use to buy top level domains with. I own a fair bit now, and I'm of course participating in quite a lot of auctions here at the moment. So I'm actually very, very invested into the process, and I really believe in this. And you know what? You can have domain names nowadays, right, which are in different languages and also in emojis as well. And if you were to type these into the address bar, it'll get picked up straight away and it will be read through what's called this puny code, which is this bit here. So you'll type this in, but you will see that. And the prices that you can buy them at are absolutely crazy. So if we look at some of the statistics that we're seeing that there are monthly auction levels that are coming in. Right now, HNS is around about 15 cents per HNS. And look at this, Namebase TLD was sold for, okay, so this is a blind, the yellow bit is the blind, so the bid is basically what you're actually paying, of course. And the bid, 1,110 HNSs for Namebase, right? We got .crypto and we got .jz. They're getting bidded at these crazy prices, and that'll be what, about $140,000 US right now. And we also see that in the top 10 auctions all time by price and paid, we got .wallet that was priced at 350,000 HNS, and these are really, really attractive TLDs that we're seeing. And you know, .p, we know who bought that one. I think that was bought by one of the big registrars at the moment. And the reason why they bought it is they believe in the HNS, they understand the decentralized internet. And so, yeah, right now there is no functionality, however, for these top level domains to issue our second level domains with the Namebase platform at the moment. Right now, what Namebase and HNS is working on is for the integration of HNS based internet to actually become part of Chrome, Firefox, Brave. That's basically what they're working on. And once that happens, then it's crazy. Not to mention already all of these big names are getting sold at crazy prices. If we look at some of the double emojis, for example, this one right here, we've got 2 purple love hearts, is getting sold for 5,000 HNS. And if we see it, it was actually sold on January the 8th. So this person bought it for only 8.95 HNS. And there is genuine interest over this particular TLD, which is quite crazy, guys. So this, I think, could become generational wealth for those of you who actually see the potential of this. And you know what, the way ICANN is running their TLDs right now isn't particularly great. The TLDs are cross-compatible across these networks as well, which is really, really significant. And yeah, imagine if you owned .com, right? Imagine if you owned .co and you basically could issue out the second level domains and you got paid for it. There's your chance to make some big dollars. So this project really, really, really excites me. I'm on track to buy a lot of these TLDs for pretty much free. I'm talking between $0 to like $10. I've already bought some TLDs that I think are going to be really, really good in the long term. I'm in negotiations with like single character TLDs in multiple different languages. I'm Korean and I speak Chinese as well. So I'm picking up some cool words in Korean and Chinese as well, which is a really untapped market as well. So really the early adopters are going to be having the upper hand with this one. As you can see, I've actually invested quite heavily into this. Now, I have a referral link available in this video. So if you wanted to use that referral link, you're just going to get another 10% added onto your HNS that you deposit onto the wallet. And to do that, it's super easy. Basically, you go to buy HNS, and then you go to buy with Bitcoin, which is the easiest way I've found. If you're in the United States, you can just buy with USD and just chuck in your credit card. But what I've done is basically, I'm just going to transfer a BTC address. And the way I do that is I just transfer Bitcoin from, for example, like Binance, and then I make sure I send Bitcoin out on the BTC network and it arrives here just fine. But before I do that, I need to go to the deposit tab of the Binance wallet for Bitcoin. And with that, I can paste that in here first so that it can actually have an address to actually pull it out from. And then it'll then give me an address to actually put the Bitcoin into. And once I do that, it'll get automatically converted into HNS. And HNS token, I think, will have a very, very bullish outlook in terms of how the market is going to change. Obviously, in the short term, we're in a bearish time. But the thing is, in the long term, we're looking at another bull cycle, which is going to take altcoins like this to the absolute freaking moon. So I think Namebase and HNS is definitely a good way to go. And you can basically own these TLDs as NFTs. And basically it's decentralized, it's yours, and you can rent out your SLDs or you can sell SLDs so that other people can then own these second level domains under you, and you can organize all sorts of codes into the smart contract, and it will give you some serious generational wealth. So make sure you look into it. I will be making more videos on HNS, making more videos on Namebase. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Make sure you go check out the affiliate link as well so that you have some HNS to play with. Happy to be of service there. Rather than not using the link, you might as well use the link so that you can actually have extra HNS to play with and buy a lot of these really cool domains that, who knows, you might have to become really, really rich. So yeah, I'm buying some really, really exciting TLDs at the moment, and I hope you can get into it as well. Not financial advice, but definitely that use case is very, very, very prominent here, guys. And this is going to change the internet as we know it, and it's no longer be centralized by groups like ICANN, where there's so much corrupt practices in the background, and this is just going to make the internet so much more decentralized. And that's going to be better for censorship in that there will be none. And so, yeah, definitely very bullish on this. Thank you so much for tuning into today's videos. Make sure you go subscribe, like, share, all that kind of good stuff so that you can see updated content on cryptocurrency and especially on Namebase. So I am a very, very happy ambassador and a spokesperson for Namebase. And I think HNS and Namebase is literally going to change the world. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.